This story doesn't start in a sterile lab or a Silicon Valley garage. It begins on the open sea, in the crammed, leaking hull of a fishing boat, fleeing post-war Vietnam. A young boy named Nguyen Van Thien clung to his mother as they drifted for days, rationing mere drops of fresh water, dreaming of a future they weren't even sure they'd reach. They eventually resettled in a poor neighborhood in Portland, Oregon. While other kids played with toys, Thien found his wonder in the junk piles. He'd find discarded radios and televisions that neighbors had thrown out, and he'd meticulously take them apart. He was fascinated by the intricate world inside, especially the little silicon chips that seemed to hold magic. This childhood obsession became his escape and his passion. It propelled him to the top of his engineering class and eventually landed him a coveted job at Intel. For years, Thien was a good, quiet engineer. He did his job well, watching the industry chase a single goal: make transistors smaller, and smaller, and smaller. But in the mid-2010s, he saw a crisis on the horizon that nobody else seemed to notice. The AI boom was here, and it was demanding an insane amount of processing power. The problem was, traditional chips were hitting a physical wall and a thermal wall. They were becoming incredibly powerful, but also incredibly power-hungry. They were essentially turning into tiny furnaces. While his colleagues focused on making tiny, incremental improvements, Thien started sketching a radical idea in his garage at night. He envisioned a completely new kind of chip, one inspired not by old designs, but by the human brain's own neural networks. It would be efficient, it would run cool, and it would be built from the ground up specifically for AI. He took his idea to venture capitalists, the people paid to fund the future, and they laughed him out of their offices. "You're an engineer, not a visionary," one investor told him. "Stick with the big companies, let them innovate." But Thien couldn't let it go. He knew he was right. So, he did the unthinkable. He remortgaged his home. He cashed out his entire retirement fund. He convinced two of his most trusted colleagues from Intel to quit their stable jobs and join his garage project. Their first prototype, built on a shoestring budget, failed spectacularly. So did the second. And the third. For 3 agonizing years, they burned through their life savings, racking up credit card debt. Their families started to question their sanity. Was this dream just a delusion? The breakthrough finally came from a place of pure despair. They had just enough money left for one final fabrication run, one last shot. Thien made a desperate gamble. He stripped down his design, cutting away every single non-essential feature, simplifying it to its absolute core. The resulting chip was named Nexus One. And it wasn't just a little bit better. It was a completely different species of technology. It could perform the most complex AI calculations, using 80% less energy than the best chips on the market. They sent a sample to a small robotics company for testing. The feedback was immediate and revolutionary. The performance gains were off the charts. Word began to spread, not through press releases, but through quiet whispers in the most elite tech circles. This garage project had created something extraordinary. By 2023, Nexus chips were in high demand. Thien's company, which he named Neurosilicon, was suddenly valued at $500 million. But that was just the beginning. By 2025, after signing a landmark deal to power a massive next-generation AI project, Neurosilicon's valuation soared to an astonishing $18 billion. The little boy who once marveled at broken electronics now controlled the core technology behind the world ESMA, Advanced Artificial Intelligence. Thien's personal wealth is now estimated at over $4 billion. But that's not what drives him. He's established foundations to fund education for immigrant and refugee students in STEM fields, creating a pipeline for others to follow his path. They saw a refugee, often sighs. I saw a future engineer. The world needs more people who can see through the surface to the potential that lies beneath. Thiena's story is a powerful reminder that true innovation doesn't always come from the center. It often comes from the margins, from those with a unique perspective shaped by scarcity, by resilience, by seeing value where others only see waste. Your background, whatever it is, isn't a limitation. It's your unique lens. It allows you to see the problems and the opportunities that everyone else is blind to. Use it. Thanks for watching. If this story inspired you, hit that subscribe button for more.